The silent expanse of space is once again the stage for human ambition. In the vastness above where silence reigns and the stars keep their ancient watch, humanity's dreams are rekindled. The moon, once a distant goal, now calls to us with renewed urgency, its mysteries waiting to be uncovered. On Earth, colossal rockets stand poised, monuments to our relentless desire to explore. Their towering forms are the product of decades of innovation, engineering, and the collective will to reach beyond our home planet. Each launch pad is a testament to the courage and vision of those who dare to dream bigger. Engineers in clean rooms meticulously inspect the complex machinery that will carry our hopes and dreams beyond the sky. Every bolt, every circuit, every line of code is checked and rechecked, for the smallest flaw could mean the difference between triumph and tragedy. Their dedication is the invisible force behind every mission. Across the globe, another nation methodically assembles its own hardware, its eyes fixed on the very same prize. In bustling labs and high-tech factories, teams work tirelessly, driven by national pride and the promise of discovery. The spirit of competition is alive, fueling innovation on both sides of the world. The race to return humans to the moon is on. This is not just a contest of technology, but a test of willpower, strategy, and vision. Each nation brings its own strengths, its own ambitions, and its own dreams of what lies beyond. This is not merely a sequel to the Apollo era, it is a new chapter, with new players and far higher stakes. The lessons of the past inform the ambitions of today, but the future remains unwritten. The moon is no longer just a symbol of achievement, it is a gateway to the rest of the solar system. We see it in the thunderous launch of NASA's Artemis, and in the audacious silhouette of SpaceX's Starship. These machines are more than metal and fuel, they are the embodiment of human curiosity and the drive to push boundaries. China's space program advances steadily, a formidable competitor in this great celestial marathon. With each mission, they demonstrate growing expertise and determination, signaling that the future of lunar exploration will be shaped by many hands, not just one. The moon's south pole, with its promise of water ice, has become the focal point of this competition. In the shadowed craters, untouched for billions of years, lies the key to sustaining life and fueling journeys deeper into space. Water is the currency of the solar system. It can be split into breathable air and rocket propellant. Whoever unlocks this resource will not only survive, but thrive, opening the door to permanent human presence beyond Earth. The nation that controls access to this resource will hold a decisive advantage in the future of space exploration. It is a race for survival, for leadership, and for the right to shape humanity's destiny among the stars. The journey ahead is fraught with immense challenges, complex hardware, hostile environments, and razor-thin margins for error. Every mission is a high-wire act, demanding precision, resilience, and the ability to adapt when the unexpected occurs. As we stand on the precipice of this new age, the path to the stars will test our ingenuity and define our place in the universe. The next steps we take will echo for generations, shaping not only our future on the moon but our journey to worlds beyond. The Artemis 3 mission is NASA's bold plan to return humans to the moon for the first time since 1972. This marks a new era in lunar exploration, building on decades of dreams and technological progress since the last Apollo astronauts left the lunar surface. Artemis III is not just a return, but a leap forward, aiming to push the boundaries of what's possible for humanity in space. The goal: land a crew, including the first woman and the first person of color, near the moon's south pole, a region key to a permanent human presence. This area, rich in water ice and unexplored terrain, could unlock vital resources for future missions and even support a sustainable lunar base. The Artemis program is designed to ensure that space exploration is more inclusive and representative than ever before. Artemis III builds on the uncrewed Artemis I and the upcoming Artemis II lunar flyby. Each mission is a stepping stone, testing new systems and gathering critical data to ensure astronaut safety and mission success. The lessons learned from these earlier flights are shaping the path forward for Artemis III and beyond. The mission's choreography: SLS launches Orion, which then docks with a waiting SpaceX Starship lunar lander in orbit. This complex orbital ballet requires precision and coordination between NASA and SpaceX, showcasing the power of public-private partnerships in advancing space exploration. But technical hurdles have forced delays, pushing Artemis III's target to mid-2027. These challenges are a reminder of the immense complexity of sending humans safely to the moon and back, and the need for rigorous testing and innovation at every step. The main issues: Orion's heat shield, which must withstand the intense heat of re-entry after a deep space mission, and the readiness of SpaceX's Starship human landing system, a brand new vehicle designed to land astronauts on the lunar surface and return them safely to orbit. Both are critical to the mission's success. Artemis III is more than a mission. It's a symbol of American leadership and a test of international resolve. The program brings together partners from around the world, uniting nations in the shared pursuit of discovery and progress beyond Earth. Its success is crucial for sustaining long-term lunar exploration and inspiring a new generation. Artemis III will ignite imaginations, fuel scientific breakthroughs, and lay the groundwork for humanity's next giant leap toward Mars and beyond. The heat shield is a spacecraft's lifeline during re-entry. After Artemis's return, engineers found Orion's Avcoat heat shield eroded and cracked in unexpected ways. The culprit, Orion's skip re-entry maneuver, which trapped heat and gas, causing unpredictable material loss. NASA faced a choice: redesign the shield or adjust the mission. For Artemis II, they'll modify the re-entry trajectory to reduce stress on the shield. Ground tests support this fix, ensuring crew safety for the lunar flyby. Future Orion capsules will get a redesigned, more robust heat shield. This episode is a stark reminder: even with decades of experience, spaceflight is unforgiving. NASA's response, operational tweaks now, hardware upgrades next, shows the agency's engineering discipline. The safety of every Artemis crew depends on getting this right. Artemis III's success hinges on SpaceX's Starship, the human landing system that will ferry astronauts to the lunar surface. Starship must prove it can be refueled in orbit, a feat never before attempted at this scale. Multiple tanker launches will transfer hundreds of tons of propellant in zero gravity. Starship also needs to demonstrate reliability, reusability, and a successful uncrewed lunar landing before carrying astronauts. This partnership between NASA and SpaceX blends government rigor with private innovation, but it's not without risk. NASA's timeline is now tied to SpaceX's progress. The fate of America's lunar return depends as much on Starship as on SLS and Orion. The world is watching to see if this bold new vehicle can deliver. SpaceX isn't just building rockets, it's building a star factory in Texas, aiming for mass production and rapid iteration. Dozens of Starships and Super Heavy boosters are in the pipeline, embracing a philosophy of build, fly, fail, fix, and fly again. Central to this is the Raptor engine, now evolving into the more powerful, efficient Raptor 3. Mass production of reliable Raptors is key to Starship's future. Each test flight, whether a success or a failure, feeds data back into the design process. This high-risk, high-reward approach sets SpaceX apart from traditional aerospace. Speed and agility are SpaceX's strengths, but they must meet NASA's safety standards for human spaceflight. The world is watching to see if this new way of building rockets can safely land humans on the moon. The US isn't alone in the lunar race. China is a formidable, focused competitor, determined to make its mark on the moon. In recent years, China has rapidly advanced its space program, investing heavily in technology, infrastructure, and talent to close the gap with the United States. The China National Space Administration, or CNSA, has set an ambitious goal: to land taikonauts on the moon by 2030. This mission is not just about exploration, but about demonstrating China's technological prowess and global leadership. China's approach is methodical, building and rigorously testing each component, from advanced crewed spacecraft to sophisticated lunar landers and the powerful Long March 10 rocket. Every step is carefully planned, with lessons learned from each mission feeding into the next. Their steady progress has led to a string of successes, including robotic lunar landings, the construction of a modular space station, and breakthroughs in planetary science. These achievements have earned China respect and attention on the world stage. Like NASA, China is targeting the moon's south pole, a region believed to hold valuable water ice. Accessing this resource is key to establishing a long-term, sustainable presence on the lunar surface, and could support future missions deeper into space. Establishing a foothold at the South Pole would be a major scientific and geopolitical achievement, signaling China's arrival as a true space superpower and opening new opportunities for research and international collaboration. NASA officials worry that further Artemis delays could let China reach the moon first, shifting the balance of influence in space exploration and setting new precedents for lunar activity. This new lunar race is less about secrecy and more about visible, strategic progress. Both nations are showcasing their achievements to the world, hoping to inspire their citizens and attract international partners. China's space program is deeply tied to national and military goals, reflecting the country's broader ambitions for technological leadership and security. The margin between the US and China is narrowing, with each side pushing the boundaries of what's possible in human spaceflight. The outcome of this competition will shape not just national pride, but the rules and norms for humanity's expansion into the solar system, influencing generations to come. The world is watching closely to see which model, open partnership or state-driven ambition, will ultimately define our shared future in space, and who will take the next giant leap for humankind. The race to the moon is a defining moment for the 21st century. At stake leadership in science, technology, and the geopolitical order on Earth. The Artemis Accords unite dozens of nations under shared principles, contrasting with China's state-driven approach. The first nation to establish a sustainable lunar presence will shape the rules for future exploration and resource use. Success demands discipline, flawless execution, and public support. The moon is a gateway to Mars and beyond. The experience gained will build the foundation for humanity's next steps. The leadership shown now will determine who guides humanity's journey into the solar system. The race is on, and the world is watching.